Happy. I've been talking about, unintentionally, it just kind of has evolved from my writings and my speech, self-love, self-care, blossoming, becoming who you are. But I'm only telling you my own personal interpretations of this, even completely not knowing the true inspiration, the travel inspiration behind this cherry blossom ring. This is hand enameling. Because when it is done by machine, it doesn't have this beautiful gradation, this ombre effect, and rhodolite gemstones and solid silver. And the price expires at the end of the day. Look at the branches. That is the shank of this ring. It's on a $24 easy pay. It's $30 off. If we have 1 or 1,000 of these at the end of the day, the price will jump up to almost $150. And I got to tell you, if I'm presenting this at $150, I'm still flipping out because I've never seen anything like it. It is gorgeous on the hand. Get your size while you can. It's sizes 5 through 11. If you picked up this necklace, I hope you agree with me that this is kind of a no-brainer that you need to have this too on this 5 easy payment option, J366478.
Is it? Okay, so I had the opportunity to work with I spent the day with one of the most amazing kimono designers. And on there, he talked to me about the importance of capturing the beauty of the Japanese, whether it be the chrysanthemum, whether it be the plum blossom, or the cherry blossom. So what I wanted to bring to life here is what you're going to notice is that each of these that you see there are opening up. So it's an actual cherry blossom happening. So just the detail to create enameling in this 3-dimensional sculpture is mind-blowing. We worked with 3 different colors of enamel, so every single one is hand-painted. And then we worked with the color match, that each of your rhodolite gemstones that you have, there will be color matched as well. You have the buds that have not opened yet. You have 2 of the beautiful blossoms, but look at the dimensionality. Watch. You've got high polished silver below, and then a brand new texture for us is the cherry blossom branch itself. So I wanted to bring you something as though you were with me during the Japan Cherry Blossom Festival, which is called Sakura, and we took a branch as a remembrance, and quite often they'll then put it in a book and they'll dry it out. The Cherry Blossom Festival, a couple of the things that I absolutely adore about what it signifies, and anyone who's been to DC, probably 95% of the cherry blossoms there were donated to by Japan to us. So from there, they say you get together. A cherry blossom blossoms for only 2 weeks at a time. So its lifespan is 2 weeks. They say it's a remembrance of how fleeting life really is. So when you think of that, it starts in February. It's the beginning of a new year. You gather your friends, you gather your family, you gather your loved ones. Everyone meets up every single day under all the beautiful cherry blossom trees. You speak about the loved ones who have passed. You remember them, you appreciate, you respect them, but you also celebrate the ones that are with you, the friends, the family, the ones you haven't reached out to. You don't wait for the major holidays, you bring them in at that time. And then at that point, it's a remembrance, just like those 2 weeks. The cherry blossom is a reminder that the past is the past. We are moving forward, and that life is full of beauty and new beginnings.
And you have to enjoy it in that moment, even if it's brief. And I didn't really intend this segue, but it just kind of worked out because as I'm telling you this, I'm getting this update that over half the quantity is gone. So speaking of brief, this will not be here very long. At an easy pay of $24, a price tag of $119.98. And just to kind of explain, because we've never or have rarely done enameling in this collection, this is not something that wears off after you've worn it a couple of weeks.
Not at all. So in my couture line, we've done enameling for years, and I actually helped introduce it 10 years ago. At that point, if you go and look at your highest end fine jewelers, you look at your Van Cleef, you look at your Cartier, enameling is a great way to bring color without using a full pave or full slab of stone. It also allows you to bring color in different dimensions. Quite often, and more often, it's one color. They do one basic color as a pop of color, and then they move forward, or they do like an off-white. After spending that time with the designer, it's incredibly durable as well. And what you'll notice here is because of the way the cherry blossom is still opening up, it's protected by all that silver work at the same time. When you go to take care of this, please don't use a silver cleanser. I want you to use a warm soap, as you would with any of your silver, and just wash it and clean it up. But I don't want you to worry about durability. For me, it's the beauty of bringing this flower to life in a very authentic way. And think about that. 3 different hand-painted enameling for every single one, which is why they're so incredibly special, but at the same time, every single one is completely different than the other.
All right, my friend, I have an update for you. We started with 700 of these handcrafted rings. And I say that word with emphasis because that will help you understand why we only had 700.
We started off with 1,000 this morning.
Well, this is the whole conversation I have to have with you later.
She goes, would you please stop posting about this? I need them for the show.
We have fewer than 250 remaining. Somehow, at least I think, that's spread across all sizes. Okay, that's actually bad news because that means each of your sizes has very few of them. John, can you tell me if we have the earrings? The earrings are sold out. If you want the necklace that I'm wearing, 4 dozen remain. Adrian's wearing it too, and I thought when I saw it on, I'm like, we're both gonna have to take this off soon.
It's so pretty,
I know.
isn't it?
It's a shame. And I can't even really encourage you to like wait and see if it comes back. It's not coming back. So at the very least, when it does sell out, we might ask about wait lists just so that if somebody cancels or something, but that's about it. $224.98. It is the cherry blossom necklace. If this were the finish of the necklace, that's fine. Boom, pink opal, solid at the end. So I mentioned that because it's just not going to get a full presentation, I don't think.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What is it about this ring? Okay, 2 questions.
Okay, 2 questions.
What do you enjoy about it? And then, do you like the modern take in Jay that we're bringing to it?
So I am, when it comes to fashion, I like art. You go, I like that. Like your eyes just see it and you go, I like that. So I'm pink jewelry. I go, I like that. So I see this and I go, oh, cherry blossoms, that's so beautiful. And it kind of, strikes my love of femininity. So that's the initial, and what probably a lot of you who saw this on the screen, that was your initial reaction too. I positively love your take, not your take, but like the genuine interpretation of it, because it plays off of what mine already was.
Yes.
Like I talk about, really these past couple of years have been interesting for me as an empty nester, and I'm kind of getting to know me. Where for the last 18 years I didn't.
And you're lucky you like you still.
Well,
because sometimes
TBD.
you get to know yourself and you're like, ooh, who'd you turn out to be?
And then I discovered that as I'm learning more about myself, I'm evolving, I'm blossoming. Like that's my take on it. But then I hear you talk about this living in and treasuring the present moment, and reminded me, Scott, and I'm sure you can relate to this being a father. People will say to me all the time, oh, you only have the one daughter, and isn't it kind of sad, like when she started kindergarten and you'll never have that again, or she lost her last tooth and you'll never have that again. And I go, to me, that's what makes it so special, because it's the only time I'm going to have it. And I go,
every breath we take
yay,
is the specialty.
That was so amazing. What next? Yay, that was so amazing. And then she goes off to college and I go, wow, look what we did, Gabby. And what's next? And so it's always this it's singular. I only have it ever once. But that's what makes it so special. And so, people lament the fact that cherry blossoms only blossom for 2 weeks, and I go, really?
But that's the beauty.
What makes it so special.
Yes. And I love, again, going through Japan, the way that it's such a modern culture, but they're so rich in their heritage and respect for their culture. I love the fact that it's about taking a breath, being harmonious, and remembering what's important. So to be able to bring this in sterling silver, solid cast piece, but bring it into a way that every piece is hand painted, to see these cherry blossoms opening up. This isn't just a flat. This wasn't just paint by numbers.
Yeah, but it's still wearable.
This is a total
Really
sculpture.
John, I'm sorry, I know you had another update for me. Size 8, gone. If you want 5, 6, 7, 1 dozen each. Just a few more than that in 9, 10, 11. Now, with that said, if one of them's left at the end of the day, that one tomorrow will be $149.75. What I love too is that we can sit here and we can give you our own personal interpretations. You have your own.
Wait till you get
home. But I'm always guilty when I'm, sharing these moments and then I go, it's $1,000. Only a handful of people are going to have it. Everybody can pick this up. It's a $24 easy pay.
And that's a great shot on Adrian's hand. When you look at the way that the ring is set, when you look at the structure and the balance, it is beautiful on every finger. If you are the one who says, oh my gosh, I don't like my fingers, they're not long enough, they're not this.
Or we don't have your size.
No, it's such a pretty ring because of the way it's designed and the organic shape of it. It complements every hand.
We could go on and it would be completely pointless because it will sell out.
Stunning.
All right, size 7 is now gone too. So 7 and 8 are gone. Lots of limited sizes. J3, 6, 6, 4, 7, 8.
It's so pretty.
It's so good. Oh, I can't wait for the reviews, right? When people get it home. Okay,